Aristotle was a Greek philosopher who lived from 384 to 322 BC. He was a student of Plato and tutored Alexander the Great. He is considered one of the greatest thinkers in Western philosophy, and his works cover a wide range of topics including logic, metaphysics, ethics, politics, and biology. Aristotle's influence on Alexander the Great is believed to have been significant. Alexander was tutored by Aristotle as a teenager and was said to have been deeply influenced by his ideas, particularly his emphasis on virtue and the concept of the great man. Macedonia was an ancient kingdom located in the northern region of Greece. It was ruled by the Argead dynasty, which was founded by King Perdiccas I in the 7th century BCE. The kingdom reached its peak of power under the rule of Alexander the Great, who conquered much of the known world and spread Greek culture and ideas throughout the conquered territories. Aristotle was appointed as Alexander's tutor when the future king was 13 years old. Alexander was the son of King Philip II of Macedonia, who wanted his son to receive the best education possible. Aristotle was a well-known philosopher and teacher at the time and was chosen to teach Alexander. According to historians, Aristotle was responsible for educating Alexander in a wide range of subjects, including literature, science, politics, and ethics. Alexander was said to have held Aristotle in high regard and was deeply influenced by his teachings. Aristotle's influence on philosophy is vast and far-reaching. He was a prolific writer, and his works covered a wide range of subjects, including logic, metaphysics, ethics, politics, and biology. He is considered one of the greatest thinkers in Western philosophy, and his ideas have had a significant impact on the development of philosophy in the Western world. One of Aristotle's most famous quotes is, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This quote is often interpreted as a reminder that our actions and habits shape who we are. For example, if we repeatedly act in a virtuous manner, we will become virtuous people. Similarly, if we repeatedly engage in negative behaviors, we will become negative people. Another famous quote from Aristotle is, "Happiness depends upon ourselves." This quote reflects Aristotle's belief that happiness is not something that is bestowed upon us by external circumstances, but rather it is something that we must actively pursue and cultivate within ourselves. For example, if we want to be happy, we must practice virtues like courage, wisdom, and justice. Aristotle's quote, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it," highlights the importance of critical thinking, and the ability to consider and evaluate different perspectives. This quote encourages us to question and explore ideas, rather than blindly accepting them. "The whole is greater than the sum of its parts" is a quote that reflects Aristotle's belief in the concept of holism. He believed the whole of something is more than just the sum of its individual parts. For example, a human being is not just a collection of body parts, but is a living, breathing organism that is greater than the sum of its parts. Finally, "Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies" is a quote that reflects Aristotle's belief in the importance of friendship. He believed that true friendship is not just a matter of sharing common interests, but of sharing a common soul. For example, two friends who have a deep understanding of each other are said to have a friendship that is greater than the sum of its parts. Aristotle and Plato were both ancient Greek philosophers who lived during the same time period, but they had different approaches to philosophy and had some key differences in their beliefs and teachings. Plato was a student of Socrates and was heavily influenced by his teacher's ideas. Plato's philosophy is characterized by his emphasis on the world of forms, which is a realm of eternal and unchanging ideas that are more real than the physical world. He believed that the physical world is an imperfect copy of the world of forms and that true knowledge can only be attained by understanding the forms. Plato's most famous work is The Republic, in which he presents his ideas about politics, justice, and the ideal state. Aristotle, on the other hand, was a student of Plato, and was heavily influenced by his teacher's ideas, but he also developed his own unique perspective on philosophy. Aristotle's philosophy is characterized by his emphasis on the natural world and his belief in the concept of causality. He believed that everything in the world has a cause and that understanding the cause of something is the key to understanding it. Aristotle's most famous works include the Nicomachean Ethics, in which he presents his ideas about morality and virtue, and the Politics, in which he presents his ideas about politics and the ideal state. Despite their differences, both Plato and Aristotle were influential figures in the development of Western philosophy. Plato's ideas about the world of forms and the importance of understanding eternal truths continue to be studied and debated, while Aristotle's emphasis on the natural world and the concept of causality have had a lasting impact on fields such as science and logic. In conclusion, Aristotle and Plato were two of the most influential figures in ancient Greek philosophy. Both were students of Socrates and Plato was Aristotle's teacher, but they had different approaches to philosophy and had some key differences in their beliefs and teachings. Plato's ideas about the world of forms and the importance of understanding eternal truths continue to be studied and debated, while Aristotle's emphasis on the natural world and the concept of causality have had a lasting impact on fields such as science and logic. Alexander the Great, the king of Macedon, was tutored by Aristotle, and was deeply influenced by his teachings, which played a big role in shaping his worldview and actions during his reign. Alexander's conquests spread Greek culture and ideas throughout the conquered territories, which was a direct result of the education he received from Aristotle. The legacies of these three figures, Aristotle, Plato, and Alexander, have had a lasting impact on the world and continue to be studied and debated to this day. Thank you for watching this video and learning about these influential figures. If you found this video informative and educational, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting content like this. Thanks for watching.